In today's video, we bring you a heartbreaking update about Sheikh Hamdan and his ex-wife Hadia Zen. On February 12, 2025, Hadia shared a farewell poem with Sheikh Hamdan, a piece of writing that reflects the deep sorrow and emotional turmoil she is going through. In this video, I'll be breaking down the poem, offering a translation, and discussing the powerful emotions behind every word. Let's dive into this painful moment in their story. First, I want to share with you the original image of the poem that Hadia posted on February 12, 2025. Please take a moment to look at it closely, as it sets the stage for the heartfelt message she shared. Afterward, we'll go over the poem's translation and try to understand the feelings Hadia is experiencing. I leave, though my heart still calls your name, bound by fate, yet lost in flame. The echoes of us, carved deep in my soul, but duty now takes what love made whole. Hadia begins her poem with a heavy heart, acknowledging that she must leave despite her emotions still being deeply tied to Sheikh Hamdan. She speaks of her heart calling out his name, showing that the love she feels for him has not faded. However, she is bound by fate, suggesting that her destiny is out of her control. She feels caught in a situation that is causing her pain, and even though her heart is still with him, she must move forward, guided by forces greater than her own desires. The flame could symbolize the passionate love they once shared, a love that now burns with intensity, but is no longer able to exist as freely as before. The echoes of us, carved deep in my soul, but duty now takes what love made whole. Hadia reflects on the love they shared, saying it is forever engraved in her soul. This is a powerful sentiment, as she remembers their bond with great fondness and sorrow. The word echoes suggests that their relationship still reverberates within her, lingering even though they are now apart. However, she acknowledges that duty, likely referring to familial obligations or societal expectations, is now forcing her to part from Sheikh Hamdan. The love they had, which once felt whole, is now being taken away by the duty she must fulfill. Your eyes, my home, my quiet sea, yet they cannot shelter me. A promise made, a path untold, I walk it now though the night is cold. In these lines, Hadia speaks of the comfort she once found in Sheikh Hamdan's eyes, describing them as her home and quiet sea. For her, his presence was a place of peace, a refuge where she felt safe. However, even though his eyes were a sanctuary for her, she now realizes that they cannot protect her anymore. The promise she refers to could be a commitment made to her family, a promise to follow through with an arranged marriage. This leads her to walk an uncertain and difficult path, one that she must walk alone, despite the emotional coldness and loneliness it brings. Hadia expresses here that if love were purely a matter of personal choice, she would have run to Sheikh Hamdan, regardless of the pain it might cause. However, she recognizes that love is not just a free choice for her. There are chains, symbolic of the obligations and expectations placed upon her by her family and society. She cannot simply choose who she loves, and because of this she must wear this borrowed name, which refers to the surname of her new husband. Even though her heart belongs to Sheikh Hamdan, she has been forced to take on a new identity, becoming someone else's wife, as dictated by her family's wishes. In the final lines of the poem, Hadia reassures Sheikh Hamdan that even though she is leaving, her heart remains his. When dawn turns grey symbolizes the emptiness and sorrow that she feels as she embarks on this new life, with no hope for happiness in the future. She will walk away from Sheikh Hamdan, but her heart will always belong to him. The unspoken tune represents the love they shared, a love that cannot be fully expressed or realized due to the constraints placed upon her. Even though she is bound to a different life and married to someone else, she will forever carry this unspoken connection with Sheikh Hamdan. The reference to being bound to the moon further emphasizes the distance between them. The moon, while beautiful, is far away and unreachable, just as their love is now. Now that we have the full translation of the poem, let's break it down and explore its meaning in greater detail. Hadia's words reflect a deep inner conflict. She is torn between her love for Sheikh Hamdan and the duty she feels toward her family and society. She acknowledges that her love for him remains strong and unbroken, but she cannot pursue it because of the societal and familial constraints that bind her. The pain of being forced into a marriage with someone she does not love is clear throughout the poem. Hadia's inability to choose her own path, her inability to live for love, is a central theme in the poem. She expresses that if circumstances were different, if she had the freedom to choose, she would have gone to Sheikh Hamdan regardless of the consequences. But her reality is far more complicated. She is trapped by the walls of family honor, tradition, and duty, all of which have led her down a path that she never wanted to walk. The poem also conveys Hadia's sorrow at having to leave a love that has meant so much to her. Sheikh Hamdan was not just a lover to her, he was a source of comfort, security, and peace. But as much as she longs for him, she cannot stay with him. The borrowed name that she speaks of symbolizes the loss of her true self, as she must now wear the identity of someone else, someone whom she does not love. This is a farewell filled with love that cannot be fulfilled. Hadia's love for Sheikh Hamdan remains unchanged, but her life must go in a different direction, one that does not include him. The depth of Hadia's sorrow is clear in every line of this poem. She has been forced into a marriage that she didn't choose, and this poem is her way of expressing the love she still has for Sheikh Hamdan, even though she cannot be with him. As we reflect on the contents of Hadia's poem, we are left to wonder, is this the end of their love story? The poem suggests that while Hadia is bound to another life, her heart will always remain with Sheikh Hamdan. The love they shared may have ended in reality, but it continues to live on in her heart. The question remains, is this truly the final goodbye, or is there still a chance for them to find happiness together? It's clear that this poem reveals the emotional depth of Hadia's struggle. She is caught in a situation where she has no choice but to conform to the expectations placed on her. While she may not be able to be with Sheikh Hamdan, her love for him remains a constant part of her life. Whether or not this love will ever be realized in the future remains uncertain. So, dear viewers, what do you think? Is this the end of Hadia and Sheikh Hamdan's love story? Or do you think there's a chance for them to find happiness in the future? Can love truly survive despite all the obstacles they face? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think about the poem and the emotions it conveys. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. I hope this video has provided you with insight into the heartbreaking situation between Hadia and Sheikh Hamdan.